Welcome back to my episode reviews of the original Rescue Bots cartoon. Today, we're taking a look at the episode Time After Time. Time after time. In this episode, the show pulls a Groundhog's Day. Then put your little hand in mine. We begin with the Burns family having breakfast.
I know breakfast is the most important meal of the day, but does it have to come so early?
But if it came later, it would be lunch.
Actually, depending what it is, it could be brunch.
What about second breakfast? Don't think he knows about second breakfast, Pip. What about 11sies?
Wouldn't be a bad idea to leave for school a little early. It'll be hectic this morning with the new clock tower dedication.
Wait, did you say clock tower?
Save the clock tower! Save the clock tower!
Cody shows his new pocket watch to the bots.
That's what I like about it. It reminds me of the past, when things were simpler.
I don't know about that, Cody. It's fine to be nostalgic about some parts of the past, but don't forget there was also a lot of wrong about the past as well. So, after a minor incident with Mr. Harrison, Mr. Pettypaws, and a squirrel, which strangely sounds like a boo from Aladdin, Cody finally gets to school, where we meet his teacher, who is obviously an impression of Ben Stein.
Bueller.
When we finally see the clock tower, unfortunately, it is not part of the City Hall, which does look like the courthouse from Back to the Future, but is instead just a tower with a clock on top of it. Pretty self-explanatory there, I guess. And of course, in true Griffin Rock fashion, a random chain of events leads to a woman crashing into the tower.
Reminder for future civic events. A few well-placed detour signs could prevent much trouble.
Yeah, why didn't they have detour signs and barriers in place? But as the clock strikes 9... Wait, seriously? All this happened before 9 a.m.? How early is Cody's school? Doesn't school usually start at 9? Anyways, we flash back to the very beginning of this episode. Then put your little hand in mine. There ain't no hill or mountain. Oh, I can tell that this is going to be a fun one. Looks like Cody is going to have his own Groundhog's Day.
Yes! Oh, rise and shine, campers!
Wait, didn't I say that earlier? Then put your little hand in mine. So, as you may guess, Cody begins reliving the same events.
I've experienced all this before. Dad, I think I just did go back in time.
Back in time? What exactly do you mean, Cody? You came from the future?
Back. I'm back from the future. Great Scott.
You mean like deja vu?
Deja who?
Oh, deja vu.
Deja vu, I just been in this place before.
Talk about deja vu.
Do you ever have deja vu, Mrs. Lancaster?
I don't think so, but I could check with the kitchen.
Deja vu. It's a French term. It means already seen.
Using his knowledge of the future, Cody successfully prevents Mr. Harrison from crashing. Cody and Frankie go to see Doc Green for help.
I don't remember having this conversation before. Did I?
Not with me.
They go to the clock tower ceremony, and I am so happy to see that Doc Green has apparently rebuilt his DeLorean. Very appropriate for this episode. So they put preventative measures into place to avoid events from recurring the same as they did in the previous timeline. Although they didn't account for the squirrel running in front of Mrs. Rubio's car. But still, the clock tower is unharmed. Despite this, however, Cody still resets back 1 hour.
Round 3.
So Cody corrects even more mistakes as the team goes to Doc Green's lab. He suggests that they inspect the clock tower, probably to look for any hidden flux capacitors or something like that. They do so and find that everything is in perfect working order. That is, until Cody spots the squirrel going up the tower, and he finds it chewing on the magno-fusion battery's wiring. He scares it off, but he falls from the tower. Luckily, Heatwave saves him. Cody successfully breaks the loop, and they eventually figure out why it was that Cody was traveling back in time. Because his second-hand pocket watch was originally owned by Dr. Morocco, who built the original time machine that they interacted with back in the Season 1 finale. And it contains a crystal just like the ones he used in his time portal. Well, this was a great episode of Rescue Bots. I love it when they do time travel episodes. And this one basically being an homage to Groundhog's Day was pretty fun too. I'm kind of disappointed that Cody only kept reliving the same hour, but then again, this is only a half-hour cartoon. To relive a whole day, this would probably have to be a movie or something. But as far as episodes go, this was a really fun one. And Doc Green has his DeLorean back! Yay! Now if only Hasbro would retool Gigawatt as Doc Green's solar car. Well, what about you? What did you think of this episode of the original Rescue Bots? Let me know down in the comments. Remember to like, subscribe, and do all that other fun stuff. And I'll see you back here next time for the next episode of Rescue Bots. Pirates Ahoy! So I'll see you back here next time for that.